Okay, so you're a self-managed super fund trustee. The first thing that you've got to do is sign a self-managed super fund trustee declaration form. Now, I've mentioned before that you need to keep that form for 10 years and you need to sign it within 21 days of becoming a self-managed superannuation fund trustee. But why are you signing the form? What are you signing? Well, what you're effectively signing is a form that says you understand your responsibilities as trustee. You understand and that you declare that you know certain things that go along with being the trustee of a self-managed superannuation fund. You understand that it's your obligation to comply with the Superannuation Act, which is called the Superannuation Industry Supervision Act. Okay, often you'll hear that referred to as the SIS Act. So you'll understand that you have to comply with that act and also other various legislations that the superannuation industry is operating under, such as the income tax. But there are many other pieces of legislation that you may potentially need to understand. But certainly from a compliance point of view, the SIS Act is number one. You make a declaration that you will keep yourself informed as to what all your obligations are as trustee of a self-managed superannuation fund. And you will also understand that if you don't comply with these laws, then the Commissioner, that is the Commissioner of Taxation, can impose certain penalties on you as trustee. Now those penalties can be administrative penalties. They can give you an education direction to undertake a course like this to understand what your responsibilities are. They can also ask you to rectify your problem that you haven't complied with, or you can go to them and identify that you have done something wrong and that you are going to rectify it yourself, and they will accept potentially what that action that you plan to take. They can also disqualify you, so if the thing that you do is bad enough, they can disqualify you from being trustee of a self-managed superannuation fund, and then you won't be able to be a trustee of a self-managed super fund again. They can remove the fund's complying fund status. So that's a fairly big issue because a fund is taxed at 15%, and if you lose that tax status, that complying fund status, then you will be taxed at 45%. So again, this is something that you want to try and avoid for your superannuation benefits. And probably the biggest penalty they can impose is that they can prosecute you under the law. So if those breaches of the legislation, if you don't comply with the legislation to its fullest extent, and the scenario is quite serious, then certainly the tax office can take legal proceedings against you. So that's why it's important to understand your responsibilities as trustees and completely be aware of them before you sign your trustee declaration.